Hi, I'm Jesse. Welcome to my channel, Jaffe Duck Productions. Today we are going to be I'm going to be doing a review and recap of The Flash. Mid-season premiere. It is season 4, episode 10, called The Trial of the Flash. It is Joe and Iris must decide how far they are willing to go to keep Barry out of prison as his trial for the murder of Clifford DeVoe begins. So we start with an amazing opening monologue from Barry. How he got into this position, how he doesn't want to run from it, how he will honor the justice system, and listen to and stand through the trial. I think this is one of the best, if not the best, opening monologues Flash has ever had. He's the fastest man alive. He doesn't need to stand there for trial, but he is. Alright. So they go through all the evidence. The trial actually runs fairly smoothly and fairly quickly. So they go through a lot of the evidence against Barry. Iris and Barry get another "We Are the Flash" moment. I'm really beginning to despise this. This is incredibly annoying. So, please stop. Please stop. Oh, okay. So we go from the opening moments with Barry in the trial, him and Iris having special moments, straight to DeVoe and his wife. He is very passionate, and I like this actor too. The original DeVoe was great. This actor is pretty damn fine himself. It's like he's been reinvigorated. He's always on the go now. And his wife with him still has this very awkward chemistry. I believe that she clearly loves DeVoe, but the new body is just really throwing her off. I find it very intriguing, and I'm glad to see where this will go. I love both those actors. This role for them I'm sure will do great things. I still think it's a better love story than Barry and Iris. Again, trial is set at a good pace. They go through the evidence very quickly. There's a lot of evidence against Barry. You've got your restraining orders. You've got Barry's tardiness. He's standing over the dead body with a knife. Actually, I don't believe he picked up the knife, but this knife was a wedding gift, and he's picked it up, and his fingerprints are all over it. So, this is pretty damning evidence. They have him standing over the body. He doesn't have any blood on him, though. And he could have run. He could have run. And he probably should have. There's a lot of things he could have had done in that moment instead of letting DeVoe get what he wanted. And it proves it later in this episode where he catches Iris before she can reveal that he's the Flash to the court, and they kind of go into a speed bubble where time is barely moving on the outside, and he has all this time to speak with Iris, several minutes. Yeah. He could have done something. He should have done something. Instead, he let himself get caught. For example, even if the Flash just randomly picked up all those cops coming into his building and then cleaned up. Or, it's frustrating that he didn't do anything at all. He's been on parole for the past 5 weeks, I believe, on house arrest. Of course, Cisco hacked the monitor, so now it reveals that he can be pretty much anywhere he wants, and they won't know any different, so he can still be the Flash. Alright, so, during the initial trial, there was a metahuman attack in Central City, so Joe and Cisco leave to investigate. They both get to the crime scene. Joe's talking to the captain. Captain barely reacts to Cisco. I think he literally says, "Hi, Mr. Ramone." And yeah, I guess it's now they are actually just contractors now. Like, they must have some sort of official title with the police now, and yeah, it doesn't even react. Cisco finds out that there's dark matter radiation all over the place, and he went to look see if there was a trial for it. Trail for it. And Joe and Captain Singh have a very good moment, a good interaction together. Captain is apologizing because he needs to go and testify against Barry. Not necessarily against Barry, but I'll just speak the truth about finding Barry over the body, finding about Barry's character. He was late 72 times in 2 years? That's insane. Fastest man alive, my ass. Then a random 6-month sabbatical where he didn't tell anybody before he went, or even ask permission for it. It's just, yeah. Oh, and, but Cecile does ask a great question. Why did they hire Barry Allen? Captain Singh had plenty of other people with far more qualified than Barry, but Barry chose not to. He chose Barry above them. It's because Barry wanted to protect people, to find closure for the innocent. It's not. It was for the victims for Barry. It wasn't for catching the criminal, and because of that, that is why Singh hired him. He's smart, he's intelligent, and he's got a good energy. That's why Singh trusts him. That's why Singh brings him in. It really broke his heart when he tried to keep Barry away from DeVoe. Anyways. So, they come up with an option. Barry has pretty much 3 options. He takes the stand, testifies, and then he'll have to lie, because he is the Flash. He takes a plea deal, or he tries for mental health and, an insanity defense, or, last option, he reveals himself as the Flash. I think he should have revealed himself as the Flash. This would have thrown a wrench into DeVoe's plans. This would have made him more... He would have been proven innocent now. He didn't run. He could have. And he very well could have cleaned up that body before he ever thought of coming over. So next up on the stand is DeVoe's wife. Mainly because I've seen her so long. For the past 9 episodes, she's just been sometimes a very cold-hearted, sometimes a very caring person. But those tears, there was something behind them, but they were also very big crocodile tears. I don't know how I feel about them. And then the look she gets on her face when she's confronted with the fact that she's been having an affair. Well, not really an affair, but she can't really say that either. Oh, yeah, sorry, I completely skipped over the fact that Joe takes around Elongated Man, and Ralph Dibny, and their first objective is Joe has them be a private eye. They catch the 2 of them kissing, and this is like a few weeks after her husband died, and they're very, very intimate and, well, living together. So this is very suspicious, and it throws everything she has to say into suspicion. She pulls it around, comes around with, well, I met him when we were at an ALS conference, and his father had passed away, and we'd really connected, we really talked, blah, blah, blah. There was a connection there. My husband encouraged it. My husband told me to seek physical comfort in this person because he couldn't. Even if this was true, there was not nearly enough emotion in there. The jury should have taken longer because of this testimony. So she's done. Cecile cross-examined her. That all came out. And then she leaves the courtroom. Iris follows her, has a conversation. That's how far I will go for my husband. How far will you go for yours? She bursts in. She makes the announcement, Judge, I need to say something. Change his trial. It was all because she was going to reveal Barry as the Flash. Barry stopped her. They had that conversation. They should have just told him. They should have just come clean. Barry's then everybody's going to have a target on their back. Everybody important that has been a villain of yours, attacks you, has already knows who you are, already goes after Joe, already goes after Iris, already goes after Cisco, Caitlin, well, not Wells, but yeah, like, everybody already knows what's the big deal. Just tell them. Not just to save your skin. This is not about saving your skin. This is saving them. If you're in jail, it's not very easy to sneak out and go save people as the Flash. If they lose the Flash because you went to jail because you didn't want to reveal yourself as the Flash, that's on you. That's your fault. Anybody that dies, anybody that becomes injured, it's your fault now, Barry. It is actually your fault for once. Not the weight you put on yourself, but it's actually your fault. So, final statements were going on, and Barry gets notification Ametta's attacking. He needs to leave. He tells the judge, he just straight up stands up and starts leaving and tells the judge he's leaving. Cecile, thank God for her, convinced, oh yeah, he's on bail. He doesn't need to stay here for closing statements, blah, 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 blah. Alright, makes sense, but that looks so bad. And it really impacts on what the judge says later. So Barry goes and takes on Fallout. And that's the meta that Wells, Caitlin, and Cisco have been tracking. He seems to be expelling a serious amount of radiation, and the more he goes, the more toxic he becomes, and the more he freaks out about it because he finally sees what's happening. The more he freaks out about it, the more dangerous he becomes. For once, this is a meta that can't control his abilities. He's not necessarily evil. The man knocked out a bunch of people at the bank, didn't steal anything, because he was setting up a fucking savings account. A goddamn savings account. Hey, Fallout, really good name. Terrible powers. So, yeah, and he's going nuclear. So what they do is, somebody once said, how many problems can Barry solve by running around in a circle? Well, this one was another Barry ran around in a circle, caused a tornado essentially, and Cisco opened up a breach above it to, according to Harrison Wells, Earth 15, which is a dead Earth, and opens up a breach and sends pretty much a nuclear, not a nuclear blast as much as enough nuclear radiation that would be equivalent to a nuclear blast, dangerous enough as it is, through the Earth 15. I really hope Wells didn't fuck up and call it the wrong Earth. I'm wondering if this will come back and haunt them, because we do have Gypsy who hunts down breachers, and Gypsy's father does the same, so what if Cisco did something wrong? Alright. Oh, the guy can't control it, and they do have a great line. They're like, alright, he's one of the bus metas. We're sending him to this place that I can't even remember, and they're going to try to either cure him or help him control his powers. Great. He's a nice guy. He set up his first fucking savings account. I just hope that his face didn't get everywhere so that he had a ruined chance of living a normal life from this after. Or they might have just created a new villain in a different way. Oh. So Barry is very sick, a lot of radiation poisoning. His healing's working fine. He walks out, sees that he's been found guilty. Iris and Joe don't have a chance to tell him themselves. They have another "we are the Flash" moment. Your father was your strength. Your father was your rock. I'm yours. No, sorry, you're mine. And yeah, whatever. More lovey-dovey stuff. I'm still not really feeling their relationship. Yeah. Anyway, so they paralleled his sentencing, which he eventually went back to, with his award. And the way the judge spoke about him, the first watch through, the first time I heard it, I had to go back and rewatch it. The first time I heard it, I felt that the judge was being a little harsh on Barry. But it makes sense. Barry didn't react empathetically or anything like that because he knows DeVoe's alive. And he knows DeVoe isn't dead. He didn't kill him, so he doesn't act remorseful or thing. He doesn't care about the life that was lost because there was no life lost. And I think the judge picked up on that, and he was right to say what he did. And yeah. Anyways, just before the sentencing, he meets with DeVoe. DeVoe's like, you had a 12% chance of you telling them that you were the Flash. Clearly you don't need math. Reveals that he can read minds. DeVoe's up to something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what greater danger there is out there. I don't know what he's planning, but I don't know. If he's protecting us from some sort of danger, I don't know why he doesn't work with the Flash. I don't know why he puts him out of the way. I hope they accelerate their plan enough to, like, at least let us know what the plan is. I don't care if the characters know. At least let us know a little more about the plan. So, I believe I was talking about DeVoe and his plan. I want them to reveal the plan to us. Don't bother with the characters yet. It doesn't matter. I want to see that he is ahead of them by 5, 10, 12 steps. And I want to see how they're going to get there. So, I want at least some more of his plan revealed, at least to the audience, so that we know that it's not complete bullshit and then they're creating it by the seat of their pants. So yeah, so he's sentenced. It parallels great with his award as the Flash, the highest award that the police department can give him, which is sad because if he had revealed himself, clearly he wouldn't have been found guilty. Clearly he could have explained a lot more, could have explained who DeVoe was, why he's interested in him, and then I believe Captain Singh would set up a detail. These people would be watched 24/7 by both Team Flash and the police department. It's not smart. It's just not. Alright, last note about this episode. What makes this episode for me? He gets put in jail. He's put into his father's cell. Engraved on there is "Henry Allen was here." Engraved on the wall. Now, it might not have been his first cell, his last cell. There was a cell Henry Allen was in. It's not engraved. It was engraved, not painted. So it's not like they could paint over it, remove it, or anything. This is a big deal. I don't know if the jailers had I don't know if it's just going to be a writing plot or if maybe the warden is an asshole. Or maybe a warden's got a good sense of humor. Because if he does, that is awesome. So, yeah, he's in his father's cell, and the way he reacts to that, makes the entire episode. Grant Gustin is a good actor, and in moments like this, he shines. So, that's it for my recap of the show. For That's my recap of the show. So for a score, I would give it two and a half lightning bolts. It's not a great episode. It's got some really great moments in it, but it was kind of weak and they played it really safe. Like, playing it safe is not revealing he's the Flash. Playing it safe is just that, just playing it safe. It was slightly annoying, and yeah, I appreciate what they tried to do with it, but it didn't quite hit its mark for me. Anyways, that's my recap, score. It was a review. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like, subscribe, all that great stuff. Love you guys. See you later.